Hi, Gemini, and welcome to April 2025. Oh my gosh, right? Take a deep breath. It's April. How did this happen? Okay, I bought this deck, Wisdom of the Oracle, to add to the monthlies because I like this, that it's the wisdom that we have right now in place, and then that ties in with the past life oracle of karmic thread. Plus, I can't find my other decks. Seriously. It's such a bummer. Okay, let's see what's happening for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. All right, what is your card? A change. Oh my gosh, a change in the wind, right? Well, here's the beauty of being a Gemini. We can deal with change. Interesting enough, also Taurus got this card as well. 12 being a master number. Also, I do love the fact that it comes down to a 3. It breaks down to a 3, which is our house. I love it. Third house. Being Gemini, being the change. Interesting, right? Being the change that you want to see. And people really do give Geminis a hard time because we can deal with change like no other sign can. Because what we know as Geminis is that change breeds the wisdom of growth. And in order to do that, the winds of change have to happen. If we didn't change, then what are we doing? We're stalemate. So if you look at, let's just say, if you look at the progression of your life over the course of time, we have medicine, man and or woman. So healing. Let's go back to that. If you have looked over the course of the last year and said to yourself, where in my life have I progressed? Because with Mercury and Venus in retrograde, these are the things that we look at that have changed our lives. The people, places, and things that we've had to, whatever. Did we relocate? Did we lose friendships and or love or exes, whatever? So this is the time of looking at all of that from a different perspective, from a perspective of, wow, that really needed to happen in order for me to progress. Now I've learned this, that, and the other. Some of you have been dreaming a lot about your ancestors. You should really, it helps. I'm not telling you what to do, but it is wise to put a dream catcher by your bed, as well as a journal, or putting it in your notes if you can, in the middle of the night, if you can think of the highlights, only the highlights, the colors, the feeling of the dream is most important. Then the colors, the people, of course, and the things that we are yet to release from our energy field that still may linger and or come back for that reason. Okay, dream catchers, healing, the change in the wind, also depicting how we have been able to heal, some healing yourselves, knowing that you have the power to do so, is what I just heard. Right? Body, the body starts with the body that tells the mind, and then that synergy of, okay, let's heal, let's fix it. Where does it come from? Let's, the core, etc. of that. All being based upon childhood wounds and or trauma, triggers, all of that. No one is exempt from any of that. So we are all healing. We are all here to change. In order to change, in order to grow, we must change. In order to heal, we must see things differently and definitely do things differently. We are the epitome of change, and a lot of people don't get that with Geminis. Change doesn't bother us, for the most part, because it does depend on your natal. All right, let's go. Gemini, Page of Cups, an offering of love, right? To the Emperor, or you are in charge of your life for sure. And you could be dealing with an Aries, or it's just really taking back. This is the power of love, right? Luther Vandross. I love him. Okay, the power of love. I'm not sure if that comes with, I'm feeling this comes with maybe an apology. We'll see. We'll see. I see the light. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Wow. Wow. Regrounded. If you're dealing with an Aries or a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, this is like I've rebuilt myself from the ground up, and I have taken my power back. And not only do I love myself, but you may be in love or love another. We'll see who this King is and the Aries is. This could be one person, just so you know. It could be an Aries sun sign with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn moon and or rising. If you have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn as your moon and or rising, that's you or Aries, okay? That's how it works. All right, one more. Let's see. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Wow. Emotionally grounded, financially, literally set, I heard. Someone's getting it all. I mean, I'm not even joking. You're getting it all. You're getting someone that's grounded, or you're with someone who's grounded, who's in charge, like a CEO, an owner of a business, also emotionally available. When does that happen? Seriously? When you find someone who has it all. And how does that happen? Because you are the all. And that's where, going back to the beginning of the change of wind and how we must change in order to grow, you too have found yourself very much a wholeness has come into your life of, I know who I am. It's not like we stop growing. There's no way. As long as you're on the earth plane, you keep growing. And a choice. You may have to choose between two kings. King of Pentacles and or King of Cups. I want to say with these three kings, but these two kings, wow, look at this. Someone is definitely wanting and making a decision, because they see you as their counterpart. Oh my God, look at this. Gemini, what is going on? A Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. If you're already paired to a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, then this is your person, or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Wow. So, oh my God. All right, someone's making a decision to come in and say, you are my one. Oh, I'm hearing you are my one and only. Behind the veil, the sheaths, the veil of truth. The veil unfolding of truth. This is our card. Oh my God. What? Wow. This person is your person. This person is like your star. This is the star that found you from another universe, from another lifetime. Wow. Oh, it's like never happened before, right? Where I'm speechless, especially a Gemini speechless. Come on. All right. Some of you are stars. Some of you are starting. There's been a time, Gemini, in your life that you felt hopeless. And now with the wheel, you are feeling hopeful. You might have been at some point giving up on love, you know, and really focusing on other stuff, you know, just, and or working on yourself, right? Doing your thing. And then suddenly, right? I don't need the tower to say this person that comes in, you may already know them. And they're not your usual type. So you may know someone from childhood that you once had a very deep relationship with, and someone's coming back to have a convo with you about how they feel. Wow, about how they feel since you've been gone. What's that song? Since you've been gone, right? Someone had to put up, okay, when, I should say, let's not say if, when someone comes back into the fold for you guys, Gemini, someone is definitely like putting up their defenses. Kind of like, I don't feel it's you. I feel like this person stuck up for you. I do. I feel someone really stuck up for being with you, wanting to be with you, and or coming back into your life. That's what I feel, for sure. Coming back into your life, saying, I don't care what anyone else says, you know, F them. I don't care. This is what I want. This person makes me feel like home. Some of you going back to your home or where you grew up. Not moving. I just feel like you've known this person from childhood, like when you grew up. All right, hold on. And this person, I'm going to say, if it's a Scorpio, again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aries. Okay? And this person is like, you probably would, this person would be the last person you thought would contact you. Because the way that it ended was, it was like, we don't see eye to eye. We're really two different types of people. We don't have the same beliefs. There's changes that need to be made that were not made, and some stuff that was not told. There was maybe very little communication. There were issues for sure. The whereabouts of someone also, like always gone, telling you there's maybe in one place and they're in another. And maybe it was innocent. I don't see, well, yeah, someone that you did break the ties because of that reason, these reasons of, we are really different. I want something different than you'd want. So this person could have gone through the dark night of the soul, but deep down inside, this person knows and has always known that you are the one. But you can't be the one unless you are the one. Oh, I was waiting for the devil. Devil's reversed. Wow. Breaking the chains that bind. Okay, let's stop there. Wow. Breaking the chains that bind. I mean, unbelievable. So someone's like pulling a Lazarus out, you know, in the 11th hour. You have no idea that you get an email, you get a text, you get a call, whatever it is, someone wanting to talk through it. They've missed you. A new cycle is opening up. There could be also forgiveness. I didn't see it at first, but now I do. They could be saying that too. I didn't see you, but now I do. It just happens. It's beautiful. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. Fighting, and it had to, yeah. So someone had to pull the Band-Aid off and say, we're done. Here it is. The Emperor. You or another, could be that Aries, right? Wow. Or you had to take control of your life and say, I'm done because, hold on, I have too many cards. Because we don't see eye to eye. We're always fighting. And there could have been, I'm going to say, outside influencers telling someone what to do, right? And this is a childhood love, for sure. And of course, who's coming out, who's coming out to play? Why did I say that? Someone wants to come back out to play. We're looking at someone who definitely has a very serious connection with you. We have not only the Six of Cups, but the Lovers and the Four of Wands. It's been written. It has been written. It's written. And the end had to happen. Someone literally was emotionally not available. They didn't really want to agree to go for it. Leo, Aries, Sag is here, but I don't feel this is another person. If it is, it could be a moon or rising sign, but I do, because we have the Emperor here, I do really feel that someone just really wasn't ready emotionally, so not ready. And kind of liking their independence to the point where there was a holdback, and they just really, you felt, Gemini, you felt like you couldn't get out. And I'm going to say it. If you have this Leo, Aries, Sag from the past, someone really kind of made you feel stuck because nothing was growing. The relationship wasn't growing. It had to grow. It wasn't growing. I mean, it wasn't like this person didn't make you happy. There were times when you guys were extremely happy, but ultimately emotionally unavailable. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's that, wow, this person has such huge potential. But one of the major factors of being really going all the distance, going all the way with someone, or having seen the potential of someone's, the differences between you and someone was that someone was really emotionally unavailable. And they didn't want the same as you. And now someone's coming back who may want a new beginning and who has chosen maybe to think about it. Wow, look at, they're just giving it to me right here in story. I want you back. But I'm going to tell you, seriously, we have Virgo. But we have to have a conversation because someone's been watching, waiting, watching, hoping and praying that they could get another chance with you. And some of you, this has been, you've been waiting for it, or they have, but someone might have needed to go through the dark night of the soul and to really realize what you mean to them. Because at the end of the day, if you don't really, what is it? Say what you mean and mean what you say. Or if you don't say it at all, there's regret and remorse, and you don't want that. But when you look at the Nine of Wands and the Judgment, that's someone saying to themselves, I've had to sacrifice a lot in my life, in my lifetime. I feel it's them. Whereby I didn't receive the blessings from Spirit unless I did sacrifice. And I realize it, like looking back over the times that I've had in my life. When has it ever not been something I needed to realize in order to grow and sacrifice? And that included sacrificing. And letting people go, or you, them, that weren't above board. It's depicting a very obvious time in your life where this person meant so much to you, but they weren't yet, their ego had not been released. This is an ego death. Like they were on the precipice of that, but it didn't happen, or hasn't happened, or has now happened with the Death card. Oh, look, yeah, for sure. Oh my God, absolutely. Absolutely. Look at all these cards that lead up to this beautiful read. Look at that. Someone trying to, I don't mean to point the finger. Someone trying to hold you back, hold you down, kind of controlling, right? Telling you what you want to hear. Yep. And look at the Lovers here is reversed because it didn't work. This is someone from your past. This is someone where the chemistry was off the chain. This is someone who was very different from you, but yet very similar. And it ended a while ago, like three months, 3 years, maybe even, yeah, I'd say even 3 years, right? You could have been there. The best kept secret wasn't necessarily a third party, but it was the honorability of taking responsibility and accountability for having a truthful discussion instead of beating around the bush. I feel someone really did not expose how they really felt and what they really wanted, and now they're coming back to do so with the 2 aces side to side and the star. They had time. And for some of you, they prayed. We pray, right? And we have to know that when someone comes back from the fold, right? From the darkness, I was lost, but now I'm found. This is how the frequency of one and the other, this shows in perfect symphony how someone with so much potential, how something could go so wrong. Because someone's not on the vibrational frequency as another. And it was because they didn't believe worthiness. They were not feeling worthy of the Gemini. They miss you like crazy. What's that song by Journey, Missing You? Trying to fight the good fight, you know? Another 3. It's not like they haven't come back. Some of you, they came back, maybe it's been 3 months. Or time, it doesn't have to be the 3, but it's the house of communication that draws one to say, you know, others might have had their hand in this relationship. And every time someone came back, those same people made you or them feel like they were stupid for going even back. Yeah. Right? Some people were just like, you know, they were influencing this, like a group of people, whether it's friends, family, whatever. You had outside influencers, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, who was making, like, you know, kind of making a stir. Stirring the pot. Saying, you know, why do you want this person back? Someone could have been a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn that said, why do you think you can win over the Gemini when you have so little to give? Now, you know that you and I both know that's bullshit. But this person, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or whomever, said, yeah, but it's really not about that. It's about the trust. I'm going through this whole deck, seriously. And it's just, it really does point to such a beautiful description of someone coming back after realizing what they've lost. And this is happening. You can't tell me that within the Mars, Aries placements, as well as Venus and Mercury going retrograde, it is high time that people start realizing what is worthy of their time and what is not. Whom to trust and whom not to trust. And whom not to trust. Because I'm going to tell you, someone absolutely wanted this love. But what they didn't want is the attachment. They just kind of wanted it. It could have been for fun for a while, or it started out as fun. But someone said, wait a second. I'm not about just fun, and I'm not one to not trust. I need to know that this is sacred love right here. And in between that, someone didn't really resemble that same, by definition, of wanting the same thing as sacred. It's easy to go out and get your ego stroked by, you know, a smile, a conversation, you know, a compliment, and all of that crap. But what sustains a relationship, and it doesn't have to be a marriage or a live-in, but what sustains life is sacred love. And if someone's just playing a role, which could have been this person who's coming back, they played the role of, I really don't want it because I don't trust myself or them, which truly, if someone doesn't trust you, Gemini, they don't trust themselves. So that's why, hence, you left. You can't fool with Mother Nature. You can't. You cannot fool with Mother Nature. You have an Empress here. You are the Empress. They can't fool you, right? What is it? Fool me once, fool me twice. I mean, then, you know, then you got to go. And that's what happened. I'm going through the whole deck here. And it's very obvious that Leo, Aries, Sag probably got pissed. Their ego got hurt. They were not ready. I'm going to say it. It's not like you can't change the narrative, because this was meant to be. This happened for a reason, where someone there had to be an ending of this relationship because a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn got in the way. Someone hung themselves. Not literally, sorry. They did. They screwed up. They did. They screwed up. They lost the best thing ever, and that's Gemini. And they can't move on. It's too hard to move on from someone who means so much to the other. And that's the realization. What you mean to me. Isn't that a song? There's lyrics, what you mean to me. Of course there is, but. And I'm also hearing the new, I don't think it's new, Teddy Swims with a Thomas something. It's called Something About a Woman. That's what this is about. Something about a woman that you can't forget. This single, if you're a single mom, Gemini, you're an empress, so you could be a single mom for sure, really wants the real deal. Don't give me 9 of Pentacles. I want the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. Someone really messed up the real thing. They lost out on the real deal, right? It's really is. I'm so sorry to say it, but wait, I need this one. I need this card real quick. I'm going to tell you, Gemini, someone knows you're the one that got away. Look at that. It just fell. That's a confirmation. Yeah, you're the one that got away. Yep. They got, oh my God, the eclipse. One of the two in the month of March and April, sorry. It's a heavy burden. It is. The weight of the world is on someone's shoulders because they let go of the one that got away. They can't even fathom. And they didn't come out to say it. They didn't. They did not say, oh my God, Gemini, you're the one. You're the one that I want to. What's the song? I'm getting a lot of songs. Not you're the one that I want. That's not it. You're the one I want to like hold hands with. You know. Yeah. Something like that. But, you know, someone could be in the public eye and they're watching you. You could be the one that's in the public eye and someone from a distance is watching you, and Spirit's saying, you know, you're gonna have to muster a lot of courage to get back the Gemini. It's gonna take, right? It's gonna take more than a mountain. But you might not want to dilly-dally, and I never say that. So I went through the entire deck. And that's the story of how someone has not been able to come to terms with the fact that Gemini is the one that got away. Right? And so the story goes. So we start anew, this person from your past, which is the theme of listen. Most readings is about right now with the planets Venus and Mercury being in retrograde. It is about that Ace of Swords better be about not just really a conversation, but something truly sacred that one would be best to listen intently and not jump to conclusions. If someone is forgiving, if someone needs forgiveness, if someone's asking for forgiveness about how they treated you or how you treated them, or maybe it's right, both. Someone has now leveled up to a new vibration where they may be literally ready to start this wheel again. To turn the wheel, things that have to happen here is definitely a conversation, and it has to be not about, oh my God, I miss, touching you and holding you and kissing you and all of that. It has to be, you're my one. You're the one that I want. I'm all right. Someone's watching you on social media, but definitely you're going to get communication from this person. Wow. The wheel and the world. So there's a reason why this Fool does, that's why I do love the Tarot of Dreams deck, because the Fool in this deck has no identity. So someone did have an ego death. And we don't go through one ego death, we go through many until we get it right. It's not just them. We're not pointing the finger at someone external. Someone was going through, literally had to be their dark night of the soul for them to come to the realization, which doesn't always happen, that you're the one. These two circles depict, we're not going round and round again, are we? Let's make sure that the next card that comes out, someone doesn't want to go around that whole, labyrinth again. We want a new cycle, and that's why I like the fact that the new cycle comes in and the old cycle goes out with the faceless Fool. A faceless Fool. A fool for you. And that's what, in Serendipity, that's what I loved about that movie. Because John Cusack said to his friend, I forgot this guy's name, John something. I don't know. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you can watch it. It's a great, really great love story about how spirit brings two people together that are meant to be. And that's what this is about. John Cusack says to his friend, his friend said, I want to be that jackass. And he asked him, I forgot his name, Cusack's best friend, his bestie, said, what makes that a relationship, what makes it work? And so Cusack said to his friend, because his friend, I don't want to be the spoiler alert here, but one question in the movie, they're on the airplane, and Cusack said, you have to be a jackass. His friend said, you're a jackass. And that's what basically meant a fool for love. If you're not a fool for love, and that works not just from another, but you too, wanting to be a fool for love doesn't mean to be stepped on and spit out. To be a fool in love means, oh my God, I've just realized that I've lost the best thing I ever had. And that I will go to whatever depths of love to be with the one that I want. And not to have the regret. Oh my God. Gemini, they don't want to regret you, and you don't want to regret them. And somewhere along the line, it has been written So I know that some of you are going to say, holy shit, many signs that I'm doing, you know, with that coming into the fold, where people are realizing that they have lost the one person that they can be themselves with. That's why I love the depiction of the world and the wheel, because if you can feel like it's going home again, then you know you've attained a sacred union where you're not judged, where where being yourself isn't criticized, where being yourself is celebrated, and that they don't use it against you in a fight, or it's not a tit for tat. You did this to me, so I'm going to get back at you. That's not love. That's control. That's one's ego. So, as different as the two may seem, what has to happen is for someone to let go of what others say and or think, because absence does make the heart grow fonder. We already went through this, right? Someone going through the dark night of the soul and could be overthinking the whole drama of what they had to let go, or what they had to, the depiction of someone's, the heirs of their ways came out, even though you're the one. And that 9 of Cups adds to a 10 of Cups with the Ace here. So that's what's, wow, right? And that's the reality. Not wanting to regret letting go of the one. The one that got away, Gemini, that's your one, that it is. And you cannot fool Mother Nature, because the truth always comes out. You cannot fool Mother Nature, and certainly do not want to regret. Regrets, I had a few, right? Who sings that? I don't know. Anyway, all right. No regrets. Let's keep moving forward. Have a great month. Please like, subscribe, share, because algorithms on everyone's platform is all effed up. All right. Take care.